my name is Becca, welcome back to my channel, and I am here with another weekly reading update. This week was actually a really good week. I read quite a bit, and I read some books that I really absolutely loved. And they were all rereads, but still, I loved them, and it was great. The first book I'm going to talk about is one that I was reading last week. This is the only one that wasn't a reread, and that is Queen Takes Knights by Jolie Sue Burkhart, and this is a reverse harem vampire smut, and it follows our main character, Shara, I think her name is, and she's on the run from these monsters who have murdered her parents and are after her, and she's been on the run for quite some time until they finally catch up with her, and these vampires come out and save her, and they tell her that she's also a vampire. She didn't know that. And she's actually their queen. And they, vow to protect her and take care of her and satisfy her. All of her needs, sex and blood. So there is quite some blood play and quite a bit of smut. And this was good. I don't know if you can hear that, but I can. That's annoying. There's quite a bit of blood play and some smut, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I wouldn't say this is this isn't a favorite. It is very short. It's part of a series, and sorry, I just knew I had something there. It is part of a series, and it is pretty short. I don't know exactly how many pages is it. It's 190 pages, so it's very short, but it is part of a longer series, and so far I see like 8 to 10 books. I am definitely going to be continuing on, but I gave this 3 stars. It was good. It was fine. I gave it 3 stars. Okay, next up, let's just talk about this. I reread Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas for the Sarah-thon that Melissa from Melissa and Barnsey and Shannon from the Book Chronicle host and created, and yeah, I reread this. I loved it. Funny story, I have never actually reread this after continuing on with the series. I read this, I guess it says I read this 7 years ago. I looked it up on Goodreads, and it says I read this 7 years ago, and I gave it 4.5 stars. I thought I only gave it 4 stars, so that was pretty nice. And then I reread it 3 years ago, before finally continuing on with the series. I don't know why it took me so freaking long to continue on, but it did. Seriously? There's a plane. The one time I sit down to film. So yeah, I have never actually reread this after, continuing on with the series. And I loved it. I mean, it's Throne of Glass. This is my favorite young adult series. Funnily enough, I thought this would be my least favorite book of the series, because it's always been my least favorite book of the series. But I gave this 5 stars now. I was gonna say I was gonna give it 4.5 stars again, but I just kept going over it and thinking about it, and I love the competition aspect, and Celaena's such a badass, and I fucking love her. So yeah, this is 5 stars. I'm just gonna give it 5 stars. I love this series so much. So much. This is my baby. This isn't my favorite in the series, but still getting a 5 star. Yeah, I just keep showing you these tabs. Like, literally, I tabbed the hell out of this. I feel like I tabbed more in Assassin's Blade, but still. Next up, I finished Stone Cold Touch by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the sequel to White Hot Kiss, the second book in the Dark Elements trilogy. And this is Zane and Layla on the cover. the first book had Roth and Layla, and then the third book just has Layla, which I really like how they did that. Because this one definitely focuses more on Zane and Layla's relationship from the series. Like in the first book, White Hot Kiss. Sorry, I just thought never mind. In the first book, if you didn't know what the series is about, we follow Layla, who is half warden, half demon. Wardens are these gargoyle-like creatures that are these gargoyles that hunt demons. They all live in the modern human world, and Layla goes to school, and she pretends to be a normal person, but she is ultimately half warden, half gargoyle, and half warden, half demon. And with that comes this curse where she can't kiss. If she kisses somebody, she'll take their soul. So really the only ones she can kiss are like demons that have no soul, but she's raised by wardens that have just raised her to hate that side of herself, like the demon side. And then she meets Roth, who is a demon. He's an upper level demon, and he shows her the other side of things. Roth and Layla, obviously the relationship is shown more in the first book, and then Zane, who is who's a warden, who's lived with Layla, and they've had this like brother sister like relationship until you find out in this book where he's always seen her as not his sister. So that's good. So their relationship kind of comes to the forefront, and now it's up to Layla in the third book to see who she decides. I've reread. This is my first time rereading this trilogy. I've read this trilogy before. I know who she chooses. I totally accept that choice, though I will say it is a very difficult choice. Both Roth and Zane, I feel like, could definitely be good for her. I did not think that in the first book, but I do definitely think that now in the second book. Yeah. I love it. I'm rereading this trilogy to go into Storm and Fury, which I've talked about, which follows the one that she doesn't choose. It follows their relationship or romance with somebody else. And totally good with that. I am really excited to pick that book up. I can't wait. So that's why I'm rereading this trilogy. And I gave Stone Cold Touch 5 stars. I loved it. I loved it so much. And then, lastly, for the books that I've completed, I have completed Lover Revealed by J.R. Ward. This is the 4th book? Yes. Yeah. 4th book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. This one follows Butch and Marissa. And I didn't think I loved Butch so much as I did in this book. Like, I did not think that Butch would become one of my absolute favorite characters, but he did. And I loved him in this, and holy shit. Do you find out things about Butch? Man. I really did enjoy Marissa for the most part in this. I will say there are some parts where I just wanted to beat the shit out of her. Just me. But I really, really enjoyed this. You just find out some things, things are happening with Vicious, and obviously with Butch. Butch in this is captured by Lessers and is infected, and it just goes from there because it's just a holy crap. But yeah, it's, oh my god, I love this book a lot. I can't even, seriously, 5 stars. Holy shit, 5 stars. You also find out a lot more about, not a lot, but you get perspectives from Butch, Marissa, Vicious, and even John Matthew, who, I love him, and I feel so bad for him. He's a precious cinnamon roll, and I just want him to get everything he deserves in life. I want him to be happy. And this series is just breaking my heart with him. But I know it'll become, I know something good will happen for him. I just don't know if it'll stay that way. But yeah, 5 stars. I love this book so much. Okay, so now for books that I have started reading and I'm in the middle of, we have obviously Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in the series, but the third book that I'm reading for the readathon. We start with Assassin's Blade, then Throne of Glass, then Crown of Midnight. Yeah. I've already started tabbing. I wanted to reread this to annotate and tab so badly. I am definitely doing that. I am 256 pages in. To be honest, I will probably end up finishing this Thursday, and then probably starting Airfire pretty early. To be honest, I'm gonna start Airfire early. I know Melissa doesn't mind, because I know she did that too, or at least with other books. I don't know if she's gotten to Airfire yet, or if she's finished Crown of Midnight yet. But yeah, I'm for sure gonna finish this on Thursday. And I'm gonna be going into Airfire. I have to. Next week is Contemporary-a-thon. And I want to finish all of my fantasies, or at least get most of the majority of them done, so I don't have as many, fantasy while I'm reading contemporaries for Contemporary-a-thon. To be honest, I only want one fantasy if I have one. That's all I want. So I need to finish Airfire and some other books before that happens. It's Tuesday, obviously, so it has to happen. So yeah, this will be for sure done by Thursday. This is only 418 pages, and I'm on 256, which tonight I have to be on 290-ish. So yeah, I kind of split this into sections for me. So, and then I am in the middle of Carry On by Raymond Rowell. Oh man. So, I don't think I want to get to Wayward Son or Dark Dawn this month, which I really wanted to do. Those are the 2 sequels I really wanted to get to. They both came out, or Dark Dawn came out, to have on my shelves, and, Wayward Son comes out next week during freaking Contemporary-a-thon, so I don't think it's gonna happen. And if it does, I'm going to be really happy, but I don't know. And I have quite a substantial TBR for October. So to try and put that into that, and, those books into that monthly TBR is just going to be hard. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm for sure reading Carry On by Raymond Rowell, and I am 200 pages in, exact. So I have this much left to go, which is a lot. But I'm going to try and finish this by Thursday as well. I would love to be able to get to page 300 tonight, and then read the next 200 pages over the next couple of days, and then finish this on Thursday, and start something else. And the next book I'm going to talk about, I haven't actually started yet, but I will for sure be starting that today, and that is Bad Moon Rising by Sherilyn Kenyon, which I can't tell you the freaking book number for this, because I always forget what the book number is. But here, I have my iPad, I might as well just, come on, show me. There we go. Alright, so let's see, it's number 17, it says it's number 17. So, here we go, I'm on number 17, and I need to pick this up, because I also need to pick up No Mercy. So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to finish these 3 books by Thursday. Okay? And then I have Airfire, No Mercy, and Nocturna, because I would really love to get to that. And I need to finish those for sure over the weekend and before Contemporary-a-thon. The only other book then is Archangel's Consort, and that's the only book I'm reading during Contemporary-a-thon. It's the only book. I have a feeling, though, I would really want to get into Wayward Son, so that might also be happening, because this book is so good. And this is a reread if I didn't mention that. These are all rereads. For some reason, September was completely rereads. Not completely, because there are books that I haven't read before that I'm reading this month. But still, literally, I have a lot to read, and I'm good with that. Like, I read all the time, and I'm good with reading 3 books at a time. Again, I have no problem doing that, but it's just like, and I could listen to Nocturna on audiobook. I totally could do that. And who knows, I might do that. It might happen. So we'll see. Because I haven't listened to an audiobook this month. And I know it's on script. It's gotta be on script. Pretty sure it's on script. Why won't this work? No, I just typed in the wrong one. There we go. Yes, it's on script. It's 14 hours. Okay. Okay. Alright, well, we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I might listen to that on an audiobook. That might save me, some stress. But yeah, that's it for this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye. Happy reading.